I don't need luck.
Hello and welcome to Alliance Live Show number 15, everyone. I'm joined today by none other than our esteemed guests. First and foremost, let's go ahead and say hi to good old Maurice, who's...
I don't need luck.
Hello and welcome to Alliance Live Show number 15. Sorry about that, guys.
Blew that one. Sorry, guys. What's up?
Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, Maurice, what's going on? It's Ramon. How you doing?
Hey, Ramon. It's Maurice. How you doing?
And we also are joined by Talon today. Talon, what's going on?
Not much, man. How's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good. So, yeah, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. There was an interesting update recently with, Wicket. We also got D23 to talk about and the behind-the-scenes Star Wars stuff that they released the other day. And also we have some upcoming events, and I have, I believe, my assault battle still to go through, so we'll do that as well here in the game. But first thoughts on the new stuff that just happened. So, I mean, you guys liking the new Ewoks and their kits? I mean, I know we don't have them yet, but the events are coming soon.
Kind of. A little bit. I don't know. I got to see them in action. Other than the footage, that's been released, we'll see.
Okay.
I don't think there's anyone more excited than I am, because I've just been dying for Ewoks to actually, get a little work done to them for about a year now.
So we have some exciting footage today too. I actually have some early footage of Wicket and Paplu and Logray that we're going to play here on the live show. So you guys will get to see that. I'm sure you've seen some of it already from my fellow game changers, Warrior and Mobile Gamer and Arnold. And, I have some of that for us to take a look at here, so we can take a look at some of the abilities. And we're also going to go over Wicket's abilities and Paplu and Logray, just to see if the synergy makes sense. Now, first and foremost, we have the game update from 7.12, so I'm going to go over some of those notes. The flash events for the Ewoks are obviously going. They have been for a little while now. Here's a quick primer. Flash events last for 1 to 2 hours and repeat several times over a few days. This time around, your Ewoks answer the call of battle in this multi-tiered event. Power up your squad and earn gear as you contend with Imperial enemies, bounty hunters, and droids. The true might of your small squad is tested in the final and difficult bonus tier, so be sure to be ready. Okay, so the first of those flash events is going to fire off on July 22nd. So in about a week's time, we'll get our first Ewok event, our first Ewok flash event, similar to the Rebels flash event that we got with the Phoenix Squad. So you guys do well with those flash events, or did you miss a bunch of them?
I think these are marquee events, aren't they?
No, these are flash events.
Yeah, they're going to be flash events too. With the marquee events are how we get the characters. Flash events, just like the.
Oh, okay, yeah. We're going to get gear. We're going to get gear and things like that.
I usually slept through the morning one. That's for sure.
I definitely missed a bunch of flash events. I'll be honest with you. I mean, it was like, if I popped out, I mean, it seems like I'd see it's coming in like 20 minutes, and then I'd be like, all right, I got to log back in, and then I get stuck doing something, and then all of a sudden I look back at my phone again, it's 2 hours later, I missed the event, It happened to me a couple of times. So, I mean, listen, I guess that's part of why, they want you to log in, throughout the course of the day. I mean, if you're not going to do that, then you're going to miss some of the events, so I lost some of the rewards, but still should be cool. Now, Endor Escalation, these are the marquee events that you're talking about. Strange invaders have leveled a nearby village and encroached on Ewok territories. Join forces with newest Ewoks to join the Galaxy of Heroes, Paplu and Logray. Earn their respective shards and familiarize yourself with each new Ewok's respective abilities as you contend with various troopers. Keep on your guard as something more roams the forest seeking you out. So that sounds pretty interesting. I'm kind of wondering what that means, is something more roams the forest seeking you out. But I think I can probably put two and two together there. So the Paplu event is going to start on the 20th and end on the 22nd, and the Logray event is going to start on the 22nd and end on the 24th. Are you guys stoked?
Yes. I love 3-star characters.
More characters that I can't afford. No.
Well, Logray seems like he actually might be able to be used just because of his kit. At low star levels, but I don't know about this Paplu guy. I'll
tell you. You know, I think that the prices have actually gotten better since like the Krennic pack and things like that. So I think, like, you know, if the Ahsoka Tano pack, the Fulcrum pack is like any kind of indication as to what this will be, that's not so bad. I mean, $200, but at the same time, you know, I don't think I'm going to do that for Paplu or Logray. I think I'd rather wait for some more influential characters. You know, but you know, some people have been waiting for this for a while. I mean, I have been waiting for another Ewok to come into the game for a while. I don't know. Again, you know, it seems like, you know, as I've been saying, the characters seem to come so frequently, you know, into the free-to-play arena now that it's like it doesn't make sense. I mean, I might as well just wait a few weeks, you know. So now, the level banded events are going forward. All marquee events will employ the same level banding functionality seen in flash events. What this means is that every marquee event you play will contain all tiers of your level range. For example, players at level 25 will now see 4 missions they can complete, rather than several missions too high level for them to participate in. Likewise, players at the level cap will have 4 to 5 missions which are tuned appropriately for them. Okay, so they're just basically saying that the battles we get are going to be, you know, maybe more difficult, and also that it'll basically be leveled for the level of player that you're at. So if you're a lower level player that just started maybe a couple of months ago, you're still going to have an opportunity to complete all 4 missions, even though you may not be necessarily as, you know, high or, you know, high enough tiered or high enough leveled in the game to complete the level 4 in a regular standard level 85 competitive level. But the mod set packs are back. They have, I believe, guarantees now, right? So you're guaranteed a gold mod. Have any of you guys bought these packs? I know Omega used to be big on these packs.
I bought 2, right? And yeah, I guarantee you that for 999 crystals, you can spend that on refreshes and probably get just as many good mods. You know?
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Well,
I mean, that's
100% drop rate that they've introduced. A lot of these mod packs are pretty much not valued at 999 crystals anymore.
I mean, that's 10 refreshes. You know, so that's a lot of I mean, that's a lot of crystals. So,
well, that being said, though,
it's about 70 mods.
Yeah, but if you're a newer player and you want speed mods, you don't have like your resistance characters, like then maybe possibly there's some value in it to get some mods that you can't get, you know, from the challenges. But if you've been playing a while and you have access to all the, you know, the mod challenges, just farm them. I think that's a better use of your crystals. You get the currency for, you know, you get the Cantina currency, the credits, you get some purple mats, you know, all sorts of stuff. Just do the refreshes, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree. So, as far as the mod packs are concerned, though, you know, they're guaranteeing a gold mod now, which is pretty cool. So, I mean, but again, you know, I would agree that getting or spending 999 crystals on, you know, 1 pack of 5 mods versus getting, you know, 10 refreshes out of it just doesn't make sense to me. But, you know, it depends on, you know, how much you need the mods, really. All right, let's go ahead in with this squad. And I'm going to be going through the assault battles here.
What if they were about like half the price? What if they were $4.99? Would it be worth it at that point?
No. I still don't think so.
Still no.
I still don't think so, no. No, I mean, again, and I'm not saying that it's not worth it to spend money, at certain things in this game, but that's not one of them, I think. I mean, it was a while ago because it seems like people got a lot of good mods out of them, but now with the 100% drop rate again, you're kind of guaranteed that with 10 refreshes, you're probably going to get a couple of good mods. So Shard Shuffle, Rejoice, Gar Saxon, the Imperial Super Commando, and Gauntlet Starship are now available in the following areas: Gar Saxon's Cantina level 8E, and in the Shard Shop, Imperial Super Commando Cantina 8D, and in the Shard Shop, the Gauntlet Starfighter is in the Fleet Store in the Shard Shop, and defeated squadron ships, the Ghost and the Phantom, removed from the Shard Shop to be replaced by the Imperial Super Commando Gar Saxon and the Gauntlet Starfighter. So, Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum is now available in Chromium packs and standard shipments. So you're going to be able to buy her out of the PvE shipments now. So for those of you that have been waiting to finish her up, you'll be able to get her for, what are the prices again on those? Like 330 crystals for, and it's like 320 and then 640 for 8. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's not bad. All right, so the Assault Battle updates. The Military Might Assault Battle event has had its rewards overhauled. Rewards are now similar to Places of Power. Each victory in this event will yield ship ability materials, ship training droids, 4 shards of a non-pilot Empire character, 5 shards of a pilot Empire character, paired with 4 blueprints of their ship. In cases where a ship has multiple pilots, such as the TIE Reaper, only 1 pilot will be granted. Non-primary pilots are still possible rewards in the general character pool. As part of this overhaul, Darth Vader, TIE Advance, Gar Saxon, Imperial Super Commando, Gauntlet Starfighter, and TIE Reaper have been added to the rewards table for this event. That's pretty cool. Right? I mean, we're going to be able to get...
quite nice. I think it's the only place where you can actually get TIE Reaper at this point.
That's pretty much, I mean, yeah. Well, I think you can in the... insta-kill from Palpatine. Okay, well, we're still able to pull this out. Unfortunately, not 3-starred, but on auto, I mean, who cares? But yeah, Palpatine... the TIE Reaper, I think you can get it from the packs, but that's it. What's really cool, though... Okay, I got some Gauntlet Starfighter shards here and some Gar Saxon shards. That's pretty awesome. Okay,
nice.
5 Gar Saxon shards and some useless Magma Trooper shards.
Yeah, we were talking about this earlier. It's if you're a newer player, don't have any of this stuff. The 225 refresh really isn't the worst thing to spend your crystals on. When you get
I think about it myself, even just trying to get Gar Saxon shards. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think about it myself. I mean, it's actually not that bad, and I know I'm going to get 4 wasted shards at least. You know what I mean? So the easier tier of this event is not bad. So we're going to order this too. Now, Chopper Base and the Imperial Throne Room from the Death Star. That's from the Palpatine event. A lot of these stages that we haven't seen, the Jeddah streets where you were fighting with K2SO, the Lothal. Marketplace where we were getting the Phoenix characters, the Malachor Sith Temple from the Ezra event, I think, Scarif Beach from the Shore Trooper event. All these places have now been added to the Squad Arena and Galactic War maps. So we have a whole bunch of new maps that are going to be part of the circulation. I think that's really cool. I always love it when they add more backgrounds. I know we already have a nice amount in there, but really of note, I'm really excited about the Malachor Sith Temple being added, and Moraband as well with the Sith ruins. That's from the Darth Nihilus event. So some bug fixes: Ewok Elder Omega upgrade. There's also Tribal Healer will now animate correctly. General Kenobi lead the charge. Animation now attacks towards the targeted enemy. Tebow stealth takedown will now remove turn meter after dealing damage. Okay, I think that's gonna make some changes in the raid, or it did make some changes in the raid. Fixed an issue with where Empire hallway environment was no longer showing reflections for characters. So what's ahead? Wicket rounds out this Ewok invasion as he makes it onto the terrain of battle. There's no rest for our warriors while larger threats roam the forest. Okay, so I got some Shore Trooper shards and I got some TIE Reaper shards, which is pretty cool. Excited about that. But what do you guys think with the large terrain? Or sorry, the warriors with large threats roam through the forest. You know, with what I heard before about things. What did it say earlier? There was a comment about the events with the Ewoks, where they were talking about. Hold on 1 second. Let me just choose.
This Ewok event you're about to get into, it's actually, if you guys are trying to scrounge up Ewok shards in anticipation for these flash events and whatever might come with these Ewoks, it's a great way to get them the first time you beat the level. I mean, you're getting 10 plus of each Ewok, which is pretty helpful, especially on Scout. He's pretty difficult to get, you know, starting out. Cause
it says keep on your guard.
He's the first Ewok. He's the first Ewok you get, and the last one you'll 7-star.
It says keep on your. It says keep on your guard as something more roams the forest seeking you out. And then at the end it says there's no rest for our warriors while larger threats roam the forest. So what I'm saying is I think that's ATST.
That would be a large threat, that's for sure.
I think that means we fight an ATST in the marquee event for either Paplu or Logray. Or maybe Wicket.
Are we going to have to drop logs on them?
I hope so. I mean, what kind of a Star Wars game would it be if we didn't have to do that? But looks pretty cool. So, yeah, interesting stuff there. Right now, we're doing this this Ewok event. Right, you know, trying to get through it here. I just I don't think I'm going to 3-star on auto.
Ewoks, you gotta be careful with them.
Oh, with all the revive, yeah.
That green death mark thing. Ugh.
They're gonna kill my Shore Trooper. I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah, you can tell you're on the first tier of it, because on the second tier, he would just would have one-shot that Shore Trooper. He would have been toast.
Yeah.
When I played the event, I just went with as many AOEs as I could get.
I think I actually used droids. Your team looks way cooler than mine did. I was using the boring good old HK-47 lead, you know, to do mine. It worked fine. It's just
Palpatine lead helps a lot, actually. Someone told me.
Ewok Scout hits so hard, man. Okay, now we're getting to the final tier here. We got Ewok Elder, you know, reviving people here and stuff. Oh, there goes Shore Trooper. You got to get rid of Ewok Elder.
That buff's description is lowers their maximum health, but massively increases their damage. And I think that they actually use the word massively there.
So now it's pretty much dead time here for Chirpa, and we're gonna. So again, that 2-star, but for the top tier of the event, that's not bad.
All you have to do is beat it.
Right. All right. So
got yourself a little 5-dot clear arrow there.
I should have seen what that was. Right. Like I was thinking to myself, maybe it was a speed primary. But
no. It was defense. Don't worry.
It was definitely like critical avoidance. You know. All right. Let me just do a challenge here, and then we're gonna go ahead and take a look at some of this Ewok footage, and we'll go over that. Or do you want to do the meta report first? I'm thinking. Let's take a look at this Ewok footage. All right. So. I'm going to go ahead and pull up a video here. And we'll take a look at the Ewoks here facing the Rebel Squad, or a standard Rebel Squad here with Wedge, Biggs, Baze, Chirrut, and R2-D2. I'm sure a lot of you guys are seeing a team similar to this in Arena right now. So, you guys, your initial reactions on the videos that you've seen from the other YouTubers with the Ewoks. What do you guys think about Wicket and Logray and Paplu?
For raids, good. For arena, I mean, if this patch comes with an update that gives you 20-25 minutes to play an arena battle, it might be okay in arena. And I don't know. I don't know. I got to use them.
Well, it looks like with Wicket's second ability, that actually does look like it hits pretty hard.
It does, right?
And, yeah, like I saw a shot. I think it was 24K, 24,000. I think it was. That's pretty damn hard for an Ewok, man.
Oh yeah.
So then the AOE move that we just saw, that looks pretty interesting. If you crit hit, you get turn meter. Is that right? Or you remove turn meter or add turn meter? How does that work? With the one where he drops the sticks out of the sky,
all the spears and arrows or whatever they are.
Yeah. For each crit hit, it either removes turn meter from the enemy or gives you turn meter. I can't remember which one it is.
I think it gives turn meter.
Yeah. So that could be pretty nasty. Give all your other Ewoks, turn meters so they can come in and get 4,500, 5,000 crit hits in. Just bore the other team to death.
Yeah. I mean, the thing about this squad is, every battle you do is going to take you 4 minutes and 30 seconds to win. Yeah, because it's like, you're not going to do enough damage with any of these Ewoks to take out teams in 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
We're in the middle of a crit immunity meta, with all the Thrawn short trooper combos, Kenobi, like there's crit immunity, and then you got Zeta Barris. I just don't see them being good in arena at all. Like I don't.
Not to mention, while Zal is stealthed, like the Zal teams, while they're stealthed, they can't be critically hit. I think First Order, while they have advantage, they can't be critically hit. So there's a lot of anti-crit out there.
And they, they pull it off. Listen, they just beat. Listen, on offense, you'll probably be pretty good with that squad. To be honest with you, I just think on, if you're looking at, defense with that, it's going to be kind of difficult. So, it just depends on, what you're looking for.
It's 75 degrees currently in Long Island.
You saw that?
No.
Well, now we have them fighting a Sith team at 1x speed, so this is going to be awesome. But again, just like anything else, I think you'll be able to win with this team on offense, even in arena. I just think long term, I don't think it's going to be a great squad to have. There's no way you're going to hold on anybody against anybody on defense. So
I'm just sitting here watching this footage, and maybe I'd like to see how like R2 works with them, because right now they got all these debuffs on them. They would just instantly cleanse them. Maybe like Ahsoka, Fulcrum Ahsoka. I just saw the last video. They all had 8 buffs on their head. Maybe she could. I'm not sure. I'm just trying in my head. I'm trying to theory craft of little hybrid teams to build, and it's. I don't know.
Don't get me wrong. I think that they have like probably the best synergy in the game. If they could hit hard, they'd be OP. In my opinion, I think that they just don't hit hard enough, and it's like, I guess that's part of it's by design, because they get so much turn meter, they revive, they get to go again, they heal so much that if they did hit hard, they would be OP. So, but I don't know. I feel like they still need to hit a little bit harder. I think they should have their time in the sun. Listen, there's never been an Ewok meta. So it's about that time. It'd be nice to see an Ewok meta.
one of their biggest downfalls was against retaliation teams. Anybody that retaliates, I mean, you're hitting them so often for so little, you're actually killing yourself faster. So the fact that this low gray character has been introduced with a daze, that's really going to help the team.
Oh yeah, I like that that AOE ability from Wicket. It kind of looks the animation looks a little wild, but that like
I like the little dance he does.
Yeah, and that little satchel that he throws, or that sack that he throws, that he winds up. That's pretty funny too.
I think that's the thing that he actually spun around his head and knocked himself out with.
Yeah. It looks like he's just throwing a sack of potatoes at you, like an empty sack of potatoes with one potato in it.
It's a rock in a sock.
It's a rock in a sock. You ever watch him Live in Color back in the 90s?
Homie, don't play that.
Oh, we don't play that. I used to love that, man. All right, so as you can see, I mean, they're even taking out a Sith squad. So I mean, they could take out Rebel squads, they could take out Sith squads, they could take out probably any squad, just like every other team. But I don't think they'll be too difficult to defeat on defense. Now, when you are facing a team like that has Nihilus and Death Trooper, you'll have even more of an advantage because the Terminate and the Annihilate will eliminate the targets permanently, so they can't revive them anymore.
I believe Bulba's Execute also kills them without being able to revive.
Fulcrum's Execute, yeah, I think as well, yeah. So, if you eliminate a target with those abilities, I mean, you'll probably, that'd be a good counter for an Ewok team if Ewoks ever became super meta, But again, they look all right. Just probably not gonna break the bank for them. So
yeah, but what the viewers don't know is this team you're facing, they don't have any mods on them. I just made that up. This is terrible. This is grueling to watch at 1x speed, man.
Right. It's more of a conversational piece. What I'm saying? But let's move on into the meta report. I'm going to go ahead and pull that up here real quick. Let's take a look at that. So we've got the top 10 leaders at rank 1. There seems to be, not a huge shift. I mean, we kind of, again, we always realize that the major players in the meta report are not going to usually make sudden changes in a matter of a day or two. Rex is still up there. Darth Maul, Wedge Antilles, Qui-Gon Jinn, Grand Admiral Thrawn seems to be creeping up the list. But really the changes come at the lower end of the spectrum. You're taking a look at Finn, taking a little piece of the pie there at the end. Grand Moff Tarkin is seeing more use. I don't even think Grand Moff Tarkin was on this list last week, was he?
If he was down towards the bottom. Yeah, that's a pretty significant jump he took.
Yeah. Darth Nihilus, we've seen Kenobi, Vader. Like I said, I definitely see a huge increase in Thrawn. I definitely see, Rex kind of still holding, the biggest piece of the pie there. But Finn and Tarkin, seem to be the really interesting stories here. Are you still running Finn in Arena?
I keep him as a pre-made squad just for the couple times a week I have to face a Maul squad. I still use that. The Finn, Poe, B2, Nihilus, boring team I used for a while. That seems to handle them all, but every other team, I'm just using the chopper and the wigs.
Okay, all right. Now
one thing I do notice on here is there's actually a Luminara Unduli on the list. There's one person with a Luminar lead.
One person with a Luminar lead, really?
This guy's actually on my shard. Old Beer 1 Kenobi. And he put the Zeta on her.
Okay.
I thought that was hilarious that he actually made the meta report.
That's funny. All right, let's take a look at the top members at rank 1, squad members. Seeing a short trooper back in the spectrum again. What do you think about that?
The community meta, man. These pair so nicely with Thrawn, and just there are a lot of people are running really fast short troopers. At least on my shard, it's kind of irritating. Just constant crit immunity. Especially when it's Thrawn and Kenobi, it's just you can't crit, and it's a nightmare.
Yeah, especially since Thrawn is just giving him protection, and every time he does his taunt, he's healing, and it's just annoying.
Yeah, I mean, Thrawn's moving up the list. R2-D2 still increasing. Baze and Chirrut are where they've been at forever. Darth Nihilus still number 1, of course. But like to see Short Trooper back in the mix of things. I'm running Short Trooper in Arena myself right now, so that's pretty cool. I like that. Again, not much change. Kylo Ren seems to be kind of falling down the list here. Palpatine has been at the bottom of the list, but everybody else seems to be kind of holding an equal piece of the pie. So pretty interesting. But all right, let's go back to some gameplay here. Now, let me see here. I'm going to do an arena battle. All right, that sounds good. So, so D23 actually just passed. Was it today or yesterday?
Oh, I'm not sure, man.
Talon, you there?
Yeah, I'm not even sure what D23 is, but is that...
Oh, D23, okay. So for those of you that don't know, D23 is like a panel that Disney holds for all their upcoming titles and things like that. So, when they have new movies coming out, different things like that, they hold kind of like a press conference to discuss all those movies. And D23 is that thing, and they showed some behind-the-scenes footage for Star Wars: The Last Jedi. So we got a whole nice look at a bunch of new things coming. We saw Finn in his Imperial armor or outfit. So it looks like he's actually going to go to the he's going to go like undercover there with the First Order and try to infiltrate their base with that new character, the girl. Also, we saw a lot of shots of Rey with the lightsaber, and you saw some behind the scenes of Kylo Ren, and also it looks like Maz Kanata's coming back for this movie. Did you get a chance to see the footage?
I actually just noticed it just before we started the stream, so I haven't had a chance to actually watch it yet, but it's definitely on my next to watch list.
Okay.
Did we see any Benicio del Toro in there? Because they still haven't released anything on his character.
Well, he was actually in there. Yeah, no, he was just briefly, like, you saw him like standing in like a room, but I mean there was not much. We still don't know much about what his character is going to be, or what his alliances are going to be. I mean, I don't know whether they're saying he's going to be a bad guy, but I don't know. A lot of people, there's been a lot of speculation that he's going to be Ezra Bridger or somebody like that from the Rebel show. I don't know. I'd love to see something like that, but of course, your wishes and dreams are always a little bit more interesting than reality. So I don't know if that's going to actually happen or not, but. Man, I'm getting like housed by this Jedi team.
Shout out to Master Kylo. He's in there telling you to use Krennic.
Well, Krennic's gone.
Kylo.
Krennic's gone now, so that's not gonna really matter. Okay. Let's just take him out. I got to concentrate here a little bit and try to... Oh, they stunned my Thrawn. And then the foresight again. Okay. This is not looking good. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, you really save your best battles for the live show, don't you?
I really do. Looks like it, huh? I mean,
hey, that's one of the beauties of being live. You never know what's going to happen.
No, there goes Nihilus. Okay, so now it's 2v2, but it's Yoda. I don't know, it's still not looking good. But I'm going to go ahead and heal some Death Trooper. Let's try to get rid of R2-D2 here. That could be a game changer.
Yeah, because then at least Yoda won't be able to cleanse himself on a crit hit, yeah.
Yeah, this is pretty much now back in my hand again, and fortunately I pulled it out. Okay, good. That got a little bit too close there. But anyway, so as far as the new footage from the show, it looks like, or from the movie, it looks like there's going to be a lot of cool stuff. They got a new look on Phasma. I think she's going to have a bigger part of the movie coming up. You know, Hux is in there, so I'm sure Hux will be coming to this game at some point down the road too. So I don't know what's going to happen with Snoke. There was nothing on him, so but it looks like there's going to be a lot of interesting stuff happening in the movie. Like they're going to kind of change some of the mythology of Star Wars a little bit, which you know, I don't know whether you like that or not, but it's going to be pretty interesting to see where they go with it. But let's go into some questions here. Do we have any questions?
Not really. Just people telling you to drop this person, use this person in the arena and stuff like that. Not too many questions. Everyone's just kind of discussing the Ewoks, and they're either disappointed or how excited they are about them. I will say, I listened to that Galactic War Report, the podcast, and they had, I believe it was Top Hat and I'm Not a Jedi on there last week.
Okay.
You know, they were really hyping them up. I mean, they made it sound pretty good. And there's, you know, of course they hinted at uses that, you know, no one's really thought of yet and all this other stuff.
Okay.
It'd be pretty exciting. I mean, it'd be good for the game, at least to have another faction.
Yeah. Of course, absolutely. I mean, you know, the thing is that it's kind of, I don't know. I mean, I just think that some of the squads right now, it's you know what it is. I'm really kind of disappointed with the way Arena is right now. You know, I mean, it's you know. Again, it's not that it's much harder or anything like that. I mean, you still, you know, you have to have your challenge. You still fight your battles, and you still have to do what you can to try to get to the top of the arena every day, which is probably one of the best parts about this game. I just think that it's now, if you really want to take Arena, I mean, I have, you know, I mean, I work and stuff, and, you know, I'm busy, so, I mean, sometimes it's tough for me to get, like, or spend that 20 minutes or a half hour to get myself a guaranteed rank 1 payout, like it was before, because there's just so much competition now, you know, because pretty much any team can beat any team. So, I don't know. You know, I have mixed feelings about it. Like I said, I like the you know, the fact that there's more competition and more diversity, but at the same time, I don't like the fact that it takes a lot more work now to grab your payout. Plus, there's people that can, you know, beat your team in 2 minutes. I mean, like, you know, just no matter what. I mean, we got a guy in my shard that runs a full first order squad, Zated, and you know, on offense, I beat the team in like 10 seconds. You know what I'm saying? But like, I mean, not that fast, but I mean, realistically, I can beat the team relatively quick. But on defense, you know what I'm saying? I mean, his team can beat mine in a minute, 2 minutes. I mean, you know, it's crazy. I don't even know how he does it. But
we just had a question roll in.
Oh, finally. Awesome.
Yeah, I apologize, Felipe Minakushi. Oh man, I butchered that. I apologize. He's asking how we all run our the attack structure of our heroic AAT raids. Like, how do you guys block the phases? Do you just zerg it? I mean, how do you guys hit the raid? The guild strategy.
Well, what we do right now is we actually we have a game that we play where we pick a number. And it's like a low.
Still do that number thing?
It's still like a low number, yeah. So it's like 6,000 or 12,000 or something like that, and everybody's allowed to attack the raid and try to get that exact number. The person that gets closest to that is allowed to what is it? They're allowed to get the first attack, or they're allowed to solo it, or I forget what the thing is. It's
Well, that was before they updated with the randomization of ties.
Yeah. No, we're still kind of doing the number. So yeah, but pretty much for the most part, it's people who are going to solo it have to wait about 10 minutes, and everybody else can post at a certain time every day. So we pick a time, let's say 7:15 p.m. And it alternates based upon regions. So we try to get different coverage for people that are in Europe or across the world to give them a shot to have a raid that falls into their regular time zone or a more comfortable time for them. And then what happens is we we give but it usually gets done in about 10 minutes. I'm saying the first people go, they post their scores. And then the ones that are holding solos, they post 10 minutes after.
Yeah, we pretty much zerg the whole thing now in Zai. We've been doing it a while, but every once in a while, we actually need to do it soon because everyone's got their Throns and stuff ready. We block the phases off. You can do that. Do 8 hours for phase 1. Everyone gets to practice. Phase 2, same thing. You block off each phase. Have everybody attack one time. Especially if you guys are newer to the raid, just have everybody send in one squad. If you need backup squads, then, after X amount of hours, you can just, on your Discord or line chat or whatever you use to communicate, you can just call for P2 Zerg, send in your backup squads, and you knock P2 out, just repeat for P3.
Yeah, so apparently, we eliminated the bro number last week where you got to get that score.
Yeah, Dutch called you out on that.
Yeah. So no, I normally listen. I post zeros in the raid right now. That's what I'm doing. But it's but yeah, last week we eliminated that. Oh wow. So I got defeated.
Yes, you did. You got waxed actually. I was watching it. But
how did that happen?
You hit the auto button and just those scouts just mowed you down.
But they were getting destroyed. I was winning. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, but on that final tier of that, once you kill the elder, they all resurrect. Once you get rid of the elder, all the team pops back up.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you better have an AOE ready for that.
That's nuts. All right.
Billy Gunn asks, any theories who we might need to obtain Commander Luke?
My theory would be Luke Skywalker.
Okay. How well geared and leveled do you think this Luke Skywalker needs to be?
I would get him to gear 11 and level 85.
Well, I don't think I'll be getting Commander Luke.
I would get him to gear 11, level 85. Listen, if you want Commander Luke, you're gonna have to put in the work. You know what I'm saying? But it's pretty clear. They created the event, right? They're telling you gear up Luke for Luke's journey, okay? And that's what you're supposed to do is gear up Luke for Luke's journey. I'm assuming they've given us a couple of months now. That's more than enough time to gear up Luke. If you're excited about getting Rebel Luke or Luke with a lightsaber, I would do that. Now, I do think that there's going to be other components involved. So, I don't know what that is yet. Some people think, Jawas or Tuskens or, something like that. I don't know what to say about that yet, but I think that the Rebel Luke or Luke with the gun, with the rifle is going to be a part of it. So, fortunately, he's one of the easier gear 11s. So I think you only need like, I have him at gear 11. I think he's just two. What is it? Two furnaces.
Yeah, he's not too difficult. This is those furnaces are better spent on dozens of other characters. You know, it's heartbreaking to put them on him.
Oh yeah, no. I understand the pain, but no, but it is what it is. Let me see what I got in my fleet store here.
Well, you guys are much more savvy on the lore than I am. So I mean, you know, like the very first Luke event, you had to use your Jawas, right? I mean, which faction do you think you would have to use possibly to obtain him here? Like Rebels?
I don't know. It's tough to say. I mean, what do you think?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you guys, man. You know,
well,
I don't know. I'm just trying to prepare, and I don't really know what to do.
So Rebel Luke. I mean, we're talking about pretty much Luke from Bespin, right, or Cloud City, right? So I would say, yeah. I mean, maybe the Jawas. Again, it's tough to say because a lot of the factions have already been used in the game, so it's like, you know, you don't know if they're going to just do a repeater or if they're going to pick a new faction or try to incorporate something that you don't already have leveled up, because I don't see the benefit in them making it that you need to have Rebels or Empire or anything like that, because they've already done that for previous characters, so there's no money to be made there with that, so I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it'll be Ewoks.
Great. Yeah, and it'll have to be Logray, Paplu, and Wicket will be the ones you have to get, right? It's
yeah.
7-star.
7-star.
Yeah.
You have to have a 7-star Wicket by next week, or no Anakin, and a Gear 11 Luke Skywalker with a rifle.
Yes.
You'll have to have all that.
Maybe you'll need Old Ben.
It'd be cool if you needed like a certain set of older characters, right? Like maybe like characters that not everybody has, like Hoth Rebel Soldier, Luke Skywalker. Maybe you need to have like, you know, Coruscant Underworld Police. You know, just some characters that nobody else has, and or not everybody has in the game that are just, you know, lesser popular characters, and those are the ones that you need to get them. You know, if it was like a ragtag
nice if they drop, you know, like maybe 8 to 10 characters that you have a choice of using alongside your Luke, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, if they require like Hoth Rebel Soldier to get Commander Luke on one hard node, whoo, people are gonna be furious, man.
That would be amazing because I have a 7-star Hoth Rebel Soldier.
Well, that's nice.
That'd be amazing. Listen. There's nothing wrong with wanting exclusivity. Okay, there's nothing wrong with wanting that. All right, I think that yes, I definitely want characters that are harder to get. You know, because if they're going to change the meta in any way, you should have to earn your way up there. You know, but I don't know. We'll see. I think that the main thing to take away is that I think you're definitely going to need Luke. You know, I think whatever it is that you're going to actually need in addition to Luke, they're probably going to hold out on telling you about that until probably a few days, if not a week or two before the event drops, because they're going to want you to scramble and get those shards.
God, I hope it's not Old Ben. I don't even have Old Ben unlocked. It's kind of embarrassing. I've been playing a year and a half, and I don't have Old Ben.
You don't even have it unlocked?
No.
Oh.
No. I hate evasion. I refuse to use anybody evasion-based. You know, I was just being stubborn.
What if it's OG Han from the raid?
Oh, that's great. I got him pimped out.
Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. I'd love it to be OG Han.
Yeah, finally have a use. No, the droids haven't been, meta in 6 months. You brush the dust off OG Han.
Yeah, I would love to see
Clone Wars Chewbacca, maybe. I don't know why we would need to use a Clone Wars Chewbacca, but He's the only Chewie we have.
Maybe you have to use characters to save Luke Skywalker. And in order to do that, you need like Farm Boy Luke, like Han Solo, Clone Wars Chewbacca, and Princess Leia.
Yeah, for all of our viewers out there, Panda is having a good old time in the game chat here. I don't know if you've been noticing that, Ramon, but Panda's trolling pretty hard here in the game chat.
Oh, he is?
Yep, creeping.
Panda, we're gonna have to remove you from the guild tonight. I think we're having
an officer.
Yeah, he is, but I think we're gonna have to have a secret every other officer besides Panda meeting tonight. One of those offshore meetings where we all just meet up late night and just twirl our mustaches.
If you guys got any questions, get them in. We'll try to answer them to the best of our ability.
Ask away.
Any questions that you have, about
about Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes?
Well, yeah. But I'm saying, like, we want to stay as far as staying on topic. Any questions you have about, the Ewoks and things like that. I think let's point those all towards Maurice because he's our local expert.
Nah. we got talent. We got talent in the house. We'll be more than happy to answer any of those.
Didn't one of you guys Zeta him already? It was Talent. Yep. Talent Zeta Chirpa.
I got my Zerpa.
You got a Zerpa. Okay.
Yeah, I coined that term, even though
you coined it. Okay.
Just put a Z in front of anyone's name, and that's the Zeta name.
A Zerpa. How about
would it be a Zoplu?
How about Zeta Luke Skywalker? Would that be Luke? How about would that be Zook Skywalker?
I think it would be Luke Skywalker.
Luke Skywalker.
Okay, Pedro.
Zook just sounds funny.
Yes.
Pedro Bandino asks, "What do we think about the potential General Grievous rework?" For those, what he's talking about, if you guys haven't heard it, I'll mention that podcast again, the Galactic War Report. They were teasing at a General Grievous rework and also a Night Sister faction rework. There's a lot of sarcasm and jokes passed around in that podcast, but I think it was. I'm not sure which one was which as far as Top Hat. Not really a Jedi, but one of them, was like, no, seriously, these things are on the table. So, what do you think? What do you think that General Grievous needs? What does he need to make him relevant?
Well, the problem is General Grievous needs a synergy with somebody else to make him relevant. So, it's either he's going to be he's going to give synergies to the Separatists, or he's going to give synergies to the droids. And if he's going to have synergies with the droids, and they gave him some sort of cool leader ability that, listen, the thing is that I think still, I don't think you could possibly have a better leader ability than HK-47s. In the turn meter with the crit and the increased crit damage and crit chance. I just think that maybe if they made Vader a better support character and he had a unique that kind of rubbed off on other droids, like increased health or something like that, or if he was able to, like, let's say. Because droids are very squishy. You could pretty much take out an HK-47. I'm sorry, like an IG-86 or an IG-88 with like one major attack. So that's why they're not relevant right now. So they would need something.
True glass cannons.
Oh, they would need something that made them much more bulky from Grievous that would make the droids better. Then Grievous would be a good character. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. It depends on whether you're going for a Separatist synergy or a droid synergy or both.
It would be really nice to see some Separatist synergy. They added the Separatist tag on all these characters, but they've never really done anything with it. A Separatist fleet, maybe General Grievous gets a ship and he's just like, king of the ships.
That'd be kind of cool.
That would make him. I would be happy with that.
Yeah, of course. but we'll have to wait and see.
Like he's got a really cool looking ship, the Soulless One. Like I always loved that ship. The one, it's actually just that's the one that Obi-Wan steals.
You talking about the Malevolence?
While he's fighting with
you talking about the Malevolence?
No. It's his like starfighter, basically. It's the one that is on the landing pad that General Grievous is trying to escape in when Kenobi shoots him in the chest.
Okay.
So it's like a chrome ship, and then, I don't know, it just looks cool. I've used it in other games, and it's always been really awesome. So I'd be excited to see him in that thing.
Oh yeah, I mean,
but that Malevolence is a totally different story. I would love to see that capital ship, like being able to stun the opponent's capital ship.
Well, that'd be really cool. I mean, again, I don't know if we'll ever see that, but that'd be really cool. Speaking of General Grievous, I'm throwing him here in Arena. I mean in Galactic War.
All right, we all know how excited you are about this Power Rangers mobile game, right? Grim asks who the more attractive Power Ranger is, the pink or yellow Ranger?
No, this is a Star Wars chat. Come on, man.
Okay,
but no,
I'll go with yellow.
I will go with pink.
Harry Tasker wants you to open some mod packs.
Open a pack. Open a pack.
No, because what will happen is you'll open a pack, right, and you'll just get hooked up. You'll get like 2 gold mods with 5 secondary speed, a whole bunch of like a purple speed arrow. You'll just get like super hooked up. Everybody will think they're a great deal, and everyone will go out and just piss away hundreds of dollars on these things, you know, and not get one single good mod out of them.
That's true.
It's like,
that's how it probably would go down.
They know you're streaming. They'll give you good stuff. Don't worry.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Not that like I said, I mean, I've seen some of the drops from the mod packs. I just feel like, now that I think they were worth it at one point, because I mean, I think a lot of people got some good mods from them. It seemed like you got better RNG from the mod packs than from some of the regular mods that you farmed. But now that the mod drop rates have increased, I mean, it just numbers wise, it doesn't make sense. I mean, like you're talking about, I mean, how many mods can you get 5 from a 100 refresh? What, 5 or 6? 7? Yeah. So I mean, you're talking about, what was that, 10 times? So you're talking about 50 mods versus, how many do you get out of a mod pack? 5 or 6?
I think you get 7, 1 for each slot, and then the additional guaranteed gold one.
The math actually works out to 7.5, so you got a little remainder there.
So you'd have
so you're going to get 15 mods per 200 crystals.
But that gold mod could be a crit damage set, right? But it will have secondary stats of defense percentage, health, and like protection. Like, not really the most helpful secondary stats on a crit damage mod set. You know what I mean?
No, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. There's no guarantee that gold will be usable. You mean
a gold defense primary triangle.
A gold defense primary triangle?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
on a crit damage set.
I don't know.
Okay.
Go ahead.
K. Drew just said with 45 bonus Cantina plus 3 100 refreshes, he can get 31 mods. So with 3 100 crystal refreshes and then the bonus it gives you every day, you get 31 mods out of that.
So
that's a third of the price of these mod packs.
That's crazy. I mean, that's just. I mean, if you think about that right there, just alone, I mean, that's. It just doesn't make sense. So.
Out of those mods, okay, so it does work out to something about 70 mods. And about 70 mods, how many of those would you say would be rare mods? Golds, purples?
I don't have a clue on the drop rate of that.
Yeah, me either.
I haven't farmed mods in a little while, so I don't know. I've been concentrating on characters out of the Cantina, so I couldn't even tell you.
Yeah, I mean, I just think, I mean, no matter what, getting speed secondaries is really what makes everybody super excited, and your chances of getting that are just much higher on a mod that just on the sheer numbers alone. I mean, like, you're talking about literally quadrupling your chances. It's a huge difference. I mean, if you're talking about like let's say the mod packs were 500 crystals and they gave you 20 mods. I mean, then you'd be talking something else. Then it might make sense. But they'll make adjustments to the mod packs like they did before and make them more valuable. They're just
they already have. They did this time. They took the 3-dot mods out of the mod pack, so you can only get 4 and 5-dot mods. So I mean, they're slowly getting a little better. So
I think one of them is a guaranteed 5. So even if you have a bad roll, at least one of them is a 5-dot, and they're guaranteed to be rare, aren't they?
Yeah, you get one guaranteed gold 5-dot mod.
Oh, yeah? Okay. That's not bad. But, again, you're talking about all of it's up to chance, right? I mean, like, but there's no... you never know how the mods are going to roll, and that's really the main thing. However the mods roll is what matters, and the more mods you have, the better chance you have to have high rolls, and that's just the way it is. So I would go for the numbers over anything else always. I'd rather have more mods than less mods, because more mods means more of a chance for me to get a speed secondary, and then possibly get that that 3 or 4 turn speed secondary roll that'll give me a plus 15 speed secondary mod. And then I can use that on pretty much any character.
All right, Harry Tasker asks, any of you farming the Gauntlet Starfighter?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, not out of the shard shop. I'm the idiot that's just pulling Garsax out of there to speed up this grueling Cantina farm like an idiot.
Well, as it is a Cantina farm, like that's why I dropped my shard shop currency on the Gauntlet itself, because that thing's not really showing up as often as I would like it to out of the fleet shop, and I know I'm guaranteed pretty much 10 to 20 shards a day from farming using my 300 crystals.
Harry Tasker also asked, you guys think it's better than the Phoenix ships?
I would say so. I like the fact that he's got.
I don't know. I really like
cleanse.
I really like the Ghost.
As the team cleanse as well as a protection up on everybody. That's going to help like these dark side squads a lot. He adds 20% defense to all ships and 40% defense to Empire ships.
Well, what it really changes is the Empire's dynamic as far as ship battles are concerned. So
well, these really squishy, like the squishy TIE fighter, or the fact that he's not dodging as often because people have maxed out ships and maxed out pilots with them now. And I mean, the TIE Advanced, he's pretty squishy as well. Like I wouldn't say he's a powerhouse in the way of protection and health, but I mean he's great because of his unevadable target lock.
Well, we actually have a chance to have a full like Empire, ship squad. I mean, you could have like Gar Saxon, the TIE Fighter. You could have the TIE Reaper. You could have Vader, and I mean it's pretty cool that at some point here you'll be able to field like almost a full Empire squad. With let's say Tarkin's Executrix as the capital ship. So I just got Tarkin to gear 11 the other day. And the Executrix is maxed out, so I mean I'm just farming these these Gauntlet Starfighter shards and hoping that the the TIE Reaper becomes more available at some point.
Yeah, and once again, I'll go back to that podcast. They mentioned, they asked them the $1 million question of where's this Kylo and this TIE Reaper ship, and their response was, these ships are releasing in the shard shop in like Farmville now. These were the part of the marquee, like the cadence. You remember the cadence they released for the characters?
Yeah.
Those only apply to the marquee event characters. These two ships, the TIE Reaper and the Kylo, they were not marquee events. They were just kind of the packs. They're right, like Cassian's U-Wing and stuff. They just released separately and individually. And then they said, of course, that they have plans to release them, down the line with maybe some new ship content comes out.
The Reaper was a tournament reward, wasn't it?
I do not remember. It's been so long.
I think it was, but
no.
Kylo's ship was just a straight up pack.
Yeah.
No, it was just a straight up pack. The Reaper.
Yeah.
The Reaper, there was no Reaper tournament, I don't think.
Yeah, I think it was in that one. It was like you either got the Reaper or you got Vader's ship to advance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that pack.
Yeah, I'm excited. If Grievous actually gets a rework at some point, if any of that podcast was true, and that's what happens, I am stoked because I've had my fingers on the button for Grievous's gear now for a couple of weeks, just thinking about it. But it's
It'd be nice if that laugh did something other than just health down. Maybe if he put stagger out on everybody.
Yeah, it'd be nice if anything was different. But yeah, no, I agree.
There's a lot of people saying, "Oh, why can't you just make him the raid General Grievous?"
That would be awesome.
He's just crazy, and he gets to use 2 turns in a row, and he puts an AOE dot on you.
Yeah. All right, so I just finished up. Ramon is currently doing jumping jacks while streaming. Sorry. Yeah, I'm doing a heavy workout here. No, like when I'm sitting there and like playing the game, or if I'm doing something, my breathing just gets carried away. Like I just sit there. I breathe like I'm snoring, and I don't even think about it. I'm telling you. I mean, it's something I've done since I was a kid. I'll just sit there. I breathe with through my mouth. I just don't think about it. But, okay, so let me finish up Galactic War here. I don't think the droids are going to make it through that node. Let me switch it up. We'll go with the Rebels here. But, yeah, I mean, if anybody has any last questions they want asked before we wrap up the stream here, ask them now. We're going to probably call it a stream in a few minutes. Yeah, I mean, are you guys looking forward to the events? You guys gonna start gearing up your? I mean, you're definitely already invested as far as the Zeta for Chirpa is concerned. So I mean, are you gonna go with the rest of the Ewoks they're telling?
Well, it looks like it would be kind of a huge waste of time on that Zeta if I didn't go for these Ewoks, just to even put out a couple videos of how they work and maybe use them in a raid and try to put the best comps that I can together with them. So I'm gonna go pretty all out on these, unless they're unattainable for weeks. I don't see myself spending lots of money to attain them, but
well, I mean,
when they do come around,
you obviously
I'll be getting them.
You obviously have to buy the packs immediately.
I'm not made of money.
Full price. That's what Maurice is doing.
Well, no, I mean, it's tough to advise a newer player what to do on this because the three of us that are in this stream here, we've all been playing for so long. Like, you remember the Ewoks were the king of the hill for the Rancor when it very first was released for like 2 weeks. Everyone was like all about the Ewoks. Everyone was power farming, gearing their Ewoks, and it turns out you don't even need them. So all of us at least have them. But for a newer player, I don't know what to tell them because, these flash events, if it's anything like the last Phoenix one, all you have to do is have the character start, because then you're going to use the default computer generated one. You know, like you're not even going to have to have any gear on them. But then, I mean, what's to say they don't switch it up this time and you actually use your Ewoks? I mean, they've been tweaking them every time a Flash event comes out. They're a little different, you know. So,
well, I would assume that the first, like the regular tiers, you're going to be using the generated game Ewoks, and then a bonus tier with your own.
And you needed, for the Phoenix, you needed what, the 5-star Sabine? You needed 5-star, correct, for the Phoenix Flash events?
I believe for the bonus tier, yeah, it was 5 stars.
Yeah, so if you guys, you know, with the marquee, or not the marquee, the assault battle going on now, if you guys don't have your Ewoks, at least get them to 4-star. That way you can at least do the first, 2 or 3 tiers of the Flash events. You know, because Scout's going to be the one that's holding you back, but
just crack open every bronzium pack you can.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead and take 3.5, 4 hours, try to get yourself an Ewok Scout to 4-star.
We actually were in that.
If you're an iOS user, you can check out Nukin's video on the cheat on how to do it really fast.
We actually just got a battle in Moraband from the Sith Temple.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was in Galactic War. Yeah, so we were able to see the. That was from the Nihilus event.
That Erickson asks, my wife is doing free-to-play. She's doing Phoenix. What would be the best Phoenix ship squad using Phantom and Ghost?
What?
This would be for Fleet, right?
Oh,
yeah.
Now I'm in Malachor with that.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
What's a good ship? Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
With the Phantom and Ghost, I mean, they have the ability to call into, I believe they're buffed rebels. So any of the rebel ships that are out there, the Cassian U-wing, Bistan's U-wing, Wedge, and Biggs. I think Biggs would be essential on that team. While Phantom 2 is in play, the Ghost cannot be target locked. So Phantom 2, just try to keep him protected by using Biggs. And like even having Wedge out there, probably not on the starting lineup because Wedge is very squishy, and I would probably target him right away. But having Bistan's U-wing would help a lot. And the only problem with that is actually gearing up the Scarab Pathfinder.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's not a very free-to-play friendly ship.
He's a pretty hard farm.
Wait,
I mean, not even a farm. He's just hard to gear.
Well, both those characters are pretty difficult to gear, and they really don't have too much overall use. I love Bistan, but like for the average player, he doesn't have too much overall utility. There's just better options. You know, all these raid comps now use Jin, not Bistan. And Scarab Pathfinder, I mean, I guess you can use him P2 in the raid with your clones, but besides that, I haven't found much you can use for him either, anywhere. He's just there for the ship, you know.
And I believe assisting attackers get additional damage from the Akbar lead. So it would probably be best to run them under an Akbar lead.
Yeah, I wish they'd release Cassian, man. I'm pretty pumped about running an all-rebel team. That'd be fun. I don't know how good it'd be, but it'd be something different.
There's another ship that requires 3 pilots, right?
Well,
but at least Cassian and K2, they work well together. Cassian, I've run into some problems with that guy.
Yeah.
And Jin, she is just, king of the Rancor at this time. So she has a lot of use in other parts of the game. There's also a really good, possibility of using her on P3. I just put together a team. I mean, it does involve the Chase combo, so that's not really attainable by most people, but that team works really well for me.
Oh, another interesting stage.
I run dark side ships, so I don't know if I'm giving the best advice, but if I was going to go that route, I would probably run them under an Akbar lead with a Biggs out there, definitely. And then maybe even run Jedi Consular, just for even more assisting.
Yeah, Jedi Counselor is good, and of course you could always just use, Vader. I think you got enough. If you're going to use Biston, you got enough target lock there to maybe warrant using First Order TIE Pilot as a ship. Boba ship is always great. I mean, there's a lot of fill-ins you could use there if you don't have like a 5th Rebel.
And who knows? Maybe this Commander Luke is going to get a ship, but that's not going to be attainable by a free-to-play right off the gate.
Man, I got a real annoying team as like the second to last team in Galactic War.
All right, that Erickson asks again, if we had to take a guess, what do we think the next meta is going to be?
I think metas are dead in this game, to be honest.
What do I think the next actual meta is going to be? I don't know. That's tough to say.
I think we're starting to see it already transition into the Thrawn, Shore Trooper, Kenobi, crit immunity meta. A lot of people are starting to fool around with the First Order Stormtrooper. That's interesting.
I don't really see that being a meta change, though. I think it's just going to be like, I think you're going to see a lot of people using those characters because they're just the newest ones. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know if we'll see a new meta like where like a team dominates for a little while now. I mean, I don't know. I do think at some point there will be a change, and I think it'll go back to where it kind of was before, where you had a couple of teams that were really dominating. But again, we have to get away from this healing meta that's going on right now, which is just like everybody heals and regenerates protection, and it's like just so much. I mean, you can't just beat a team anymore. You have to beat a team like 4 times over because they just have so much health regeneration and protection. I mean, you take a base Chirrut team like the team I'm facing right now. I mean, it's like they just constantly heal each other, constantly, regenerating protection, just dispelling debuffs. It's just really annoying. So it takes a lot longer to finish battles, and when you do, like I said, it's just it just takes a while. So I think once we get to a point again where somebody does so much damage that they're able to take out characters on their own, kind of like when Wedge and Biggs came onto the scene and they were just wiping people out, kind of like Lando when he came on the scene and was just wiping people out. We need somebody who does so much damage like Rey. We need a new character that's going to do so much damage that they just take people out like that. And I don't know when that'll be, but we'll see.
Well, we're closing in on the second half of the year. So as we draw closer to the new movie release, I think we're going to be seeing a lot more First Order and Resistance characters that are going to be introduced into the game in anticipation of the movie. And then after the movie drops, I think we're going to be seeing a lot of First Order and Resistance teams that are out there. Maybe even Scoundrels might have something going on.
Okay.
Or, bounty hunters.
Oh, the in-game message on your screen there, Ramon, Panda's reminding you to do the rest of your dailies to get your Omega.
Yeah, no, I saw it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, he's a funny guy. But I will. I think I have 10 minutes left, right? So I just got to do that. But yeah, any last questions? Anybody want to ask Maurice about his thoughts on Logray?
I think I don't know, man. He's got what, base speed of 125-ish, 130, something along that, and he's got that move that gives everybody turn meter. I mean, he might. If you can make him fast and go first, he could be effective because they're real similar, kind of, in theory, to Resistance. Like once they get going, you can't stop them, but it's just getting them going is the tough part.
Oh, yeah.
I was really praying that they would have some type of thing like the Zeta Maul lead, where they had a little bit of a a turn meter boost at the beginning of battles, because that would have made a world of difference to that team.
Yeah.
They're so slow out of the gate.
That's the problem, really.
Yeah.
But they're really a health-based team. They rely a lot on their healing. And the fact that Elder can bring them right back to life.
Master Kylo is asking if we will be in Discord after the live show. We're always in Discord.
If you're going to be there, no.
we're
having a line chat party after this tonight.
We will be in Discord. Well, a few of us will be there after the show, just hanging out and shooting the breeze. If anybody's interested in joining us, you can just go to the website, www.thealliancegaming.com. There's a link to our Discord in there. You guys can join us anytime. It's open all the time to anybody that wishes to use it.
I still got about 3 shipments from the store. Wow, I still got a lot of stuff to do. Panda's right. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so let me just finish this up real quick. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, you can come into the Discord after the show to come ask or just come talk. If you want to shoot the breeze with us in the chat, we'll be there after the show as well. If you guys have any interest in checking out some of our guides and or checking out one of our guilds, maybe you're interested in coming to a new home, go over to www.thealliancegaming.com, like Maurice said, and check out our link to the Discord channel. Like I said, you can just come down there to chat, share your thoughts, or if you're looking for a guild, we have over I think 50 guilds from all different player levels. So if you're looking as a beginner, you're welcome to come. We have a place for you. We can show you the ropes, show you how to or give you advice on how to progress your team so that you can be ready for a heroic squad eventually. Also, if you're just looking to just come chat, you don't have to be in one of our guilds. You can just come to the Alliance Discord and just come chat with us anytime you like. Yeah, I think I'm almost done here. I just need to progress a mod, and I need to do 3 battles with Canteen Energy. So let me get my Sith Trooper shards. Okay, gotta get out. I'm not ready for POW yet.
Everyone's still tuning in to see if you miss the deadline and have a temper tantrum on the stream about not getting your Omega.
Oh, I will.
Do it faster!
If I do miss it, I will absolutely throw my phone and the stream will just get cut off.
Yeah. I've been at Discord before where you forgot to do your dailies and have a slight temper tantrum.
Oh, it's just like so stupid. I mean, sometimes you miss it by I miss it. It's like when I miss it by 1 second. Literally I pull out and it's like as I'm pulling out of Galactic War, it's like I'm just going to collect the last achievement or something and I miss it by a second. All right, but that's pretty much it with that. Okay, so I think I'm done with that stuff. But these Ewok events, we still have a couple hours left, right? So I can do that a little bit later. And as far as arena,
you have a couple hours to get these ones in, and then it actually refreshes. You can do it again, right?
Yep. Let me see here. Who do I have to face? Yeah, I thought the same thing, little V, when I said it.
Yeah, I was holding back.
I thought the same thing when I said it. I was hoping somebody like you would call it out. That's awesome. But yeah, I'm just gonna do this last arena battle, and then we're gonna call it a stream. But yeah, I definitely appreciate you guys all coming to check us out here. I mean, of course, Maurice really appreciates it, especially. Talon is now also one of the hosts of the podcast over there for the Team Skunk. So congratulations to Talon for that achievement. Let's get this going here. So, anything else from the podcast that we want to talk about?
Not much, and like I said, I listened to it. It was a long podcast, and I don't want to get too much into it because I might have misinterpreted it, misunderstood, and then I'm relaying wrong information, and then everyone tries to hang me in a week for giving them bad advice. But check it out. It's a Galactic War Report stream. It's filled with tons of information on the stuff that's coming down the pipe. If you guys are interested in that type of thing, it's about an hour and a half long, but it's filled to the brim with good info. The two devs that were on there did a great job with answering the questions and all that. So
I would check it out. And yeah, I mean, if you guys have any last questions you'd like to ask, type them into the chat now. Otherwise, we're pretty much going to wrap it up here after this arena battle. But yeah, I mean, a lot of cool stuff. What to take away from today is a lot of cool stuff coming down the pipe. Not sure exactly when we're going to see Commander Luke, but I'm hoping sooner rather than later. And then I guess we're going to take a look at Paplu, Logray, and Wicket later on next week. So we'll cover that on the next live show. So come back to see us next week on Friday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time for the Alliance Live Show number 16, and we'll cover any new updates or developments that come out during the next few days. Again, I appreciate everybody coming down to check us out this week, and if you want to come over into our Discord to come chat with us after the show, go over to www.thealliancegaming.com and follow the instructions into our channel. But appreciate everybody coming down. May the force be with you guys, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.